Annyeonghaseyo. Hello, hello, and welcome. Once again, thank you for the sub there, Kareen. Love you. Mwah. We'll start today with a Manhwa rec. What do I got? What do I got? Oh, yes. Okay. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to say her name. I think it's Carnophilia? Felia? It's based off a flower. Like, just started the stream and already I'm on Google. How do I say this? Carnophilia. Pronunciation? I spelled that wrong. I did. No, that's not the word. Carnophilia. Is it not a real flower? It might not be a real flower. Here I was, just trusting that this was an actual real flower in real life. I'm gonna say Carnophilia. If that's wrong, that's wrong. All these fucking fantasy, romance, manhwa that I read, they always have such crazy names. Sometimes they have just like normal names once in a while, but they'll throw in just like something that they obviously pulled off, like a fantasy name generator, because it sounds so crazy. Yeah. Like, I'm reading one. I don't remember. Is it The Invitation? Something like that. It's on Webtoon. Hi, Kareen. Hello. But yeah, there's one on Webtoon. I think it's called something, the Invitation something, or possibly just The Invitation. I'm pretty sure it's like something The Invitation, or The Invitation something. But the like male lead, I think his name is like Ebenezer, like Ebenezer Scrooge. And I'm like, really? That's the name we went with? I mean, it's unique. No one else has used that in a webtoon yet, but my God, okay. But anyway, the official summary for this one is, the summary is kind of lacking, so I'll elaborate on it as much as I can. But Princess Carnophilia was unloved and neglected until she met Helis, who's the white-haired dude right here, her first love. However, under the evil plots of her stepbrother Prince Ironfried, it looks like Ian and then Fried or Fried. I'm gonna say Ian. I've been saying like Ian Fried in my head. So Prince Ironfried, she ended up destroying the only boy she ever loved. Devastated by what she had done, the princess swears revenge, even if it entails her life being cursed for eternity. I have so many series on webtoons that I am God, same. I have like 50,000 ink left on Tapas, and for me, that's low. So I've been kind of leaving Tapas alone until I can afford to get some more ink on there. So I've been on webtoon and just reading pretty much anything. And yeah, there's so much on webtoon that I've been just like gobbling up. But this one is on Pocket Comics. I could have sworn it was on Tapas, but for the life of me, I couldn't find it. So I was like, did I fucking fever dream that? I don't know. But yeah, this one doesn't. The summary really is lacking. This is kind of like her first life, because she does wind up fucking, I think, beheading or stabbing. She kills him somehow. The Prince Ironfried, her stepbrother, who freaking fucked up her life and Helis's life, using her to do it, which is like even worse. Pocket Comics has quite a bit, and granted, it's been a while since I've been on there, but they used to like give you like a free, it was free coins, like 3 free coins every day as like a login bonus sort of thing. But I think they changed it to tickets, and tickets are like, you can use it to unlock a chapter, I think for like 72 hours or something like that. I was very happy with the coin thing, because I actually finished like 2 series because of that, but then they changed it to tickets, and I think that's when I kind of backed off of Pocket Comics, because I can't afford to get coins and points and ink and whatever. sort of currency all these webtoon apps have for like every single one. So instead I was like concentrating solely on Tapas, which is why I had at one point like 2 billion ink on Tapas. I missed that. I've dwindled that down to 50,000, like 58,000 ink. That says how many fucking webtoons I read. But anyway, so for this one, she did live like her first life, which was completely fucked up, as you know. As I say, all these webtoons that I read, a lot of them, they live a fucked up life and then they'll die or go to sleep or whatever and wake up in a better version of their life, or like 10 years in the past or something like that. She does kill her stepbrother, Ian Fried, for just being a tyrant and god awful. And Ian Fried, like the entire imperial family that she is a part of, but she's considered an illegitimate child because she's born of like a maid or something. But they all have blessings, and Ian Fried's particular blessing was something along the lines of you can't kill him, or if you do, you get cursed or something like that, which just made him being a tyrant and god awful even worse, because it's like, oh, but you can't kill him because then you'll get cursed or blah blah blah. But she's just like, I'm fucking done, and so she kills him anyway. And she starts to pass away, and she can't really see very well. Like it feels like somebody's holding me, and it's Helis. It's Helis. He's doing it. He's holding her. And she passes away in his arms, and it's very sad. But then she wakes up and she's like 8 years old, 8 or 10, something like that. Too much money, so I don't have. Yeah. If you're just buying them normal, it can be so expensive. Like, I think 80,000, or is it 8,000? I can't remember exactly. It's a somewhat high amount. Oh, I want to say like 80,000 ink is like $100, and my cats are fighting. Are you kidding me? Can you two stop? Seriously? They're fighting over who gets to lay on the bed, and the bed is big enough to fit like 10 cats. Why y'all fighting over that? Jesus Christ. Anyway, shut up. You're interrupting me. You do this. You stream instead. Yeesh. Thank you for the official lyric, Bacardi. Anyway. But yeah, I think she's like 8 or 10. She's pretty fucking young. But she wakes up and she's like in the middle of like some of the worst parts of her life, where she's stuck in a side palace that nobody fucking pays attention to, because again, she's the quote unquote illegitimate child, or like I think they call her a half-blood at some point, which that sort of title has always just boggled my mind. Like, no one can be a quote unquote half-blood, but you know, whatever. Fantasy monarchs. But she's abandoned in like a side palace. She only has her quote unquote nanny there to like watch her. Only nanny is the goddamn worst. She gaslights her and she fucking beats her. Or she doesn't beat her, she poisons her. She's like covered in these nasty bruises, and I always think immediately, you know, physical abuse, but it's actually like poisoning. She poisons her all the fucking time. So she's like young and weak and like just always dealing with fucking bullshit. But she's just like, okay, I'm going to change everything, because of course you go in the past, you're not gonna not change everything. It's what we like these stories for. Like, oh, you lived a shitty life, you better go back and change it. If only we in real life could do that. If only. Anyway, but like her biggest thing was like, I'm never going to have Helis be a part of my life, because even though she legitimately loved him, and she was not a bad person whatsoever, but her fucking stepbrother, who became the emperor, basically used the fact that she loved Helis, who was at the time Grand Duke or just Duke, one or the other, of a principality, or like a territory that wasn't technically a part of the empire, but like next door to it. So they were always, you know, kind of involved with each other and sort of not on friendly terms. So he uses the fact that she's in love with him to like force them into a marriage. And Helis, you know, I mean, it's like, it's reasonable that he doesn't really like her, or the fact that this whole situation's happening to him because of her, but he doesn't really like outright hate her. And it kind of just makes it more tragic. But so she's like, okay, in this life, he's not gonna have anything to do with me. Ian Friend's not gonna get his fucking hands on Helis if it's the last thing I do. So she does all this does all this shit to like change how things go. And she is like on it. I love a female protagonist. Like, I'm okay with like female protagonists that are like, you know, flawed and they're not perfect and they'll make mistakes or whatever. Because that's just fucking human. But I do once in a while like a female protagonist who's just like on her shit, doesn't make mistakes, and just like has the situation wrapped around her little pinky finger. That's just so good. It's so good because it's so satisfying. And she fucking does it, even with her father, the emperor, who he doesn't hate her, because I mean he did like fuck her mom. Fucking, he's not a great dude. He's a shitty emperor, but he's oddly reasonable. Like, even when he kind of like shouts at her, "Oh, you impertinent little brat," or he's like calling her a twat in his head. Like, he literally just like, "Oh, that little twat." They actually call her a twat quite a bit in this story, which is weird, but between the emperor thinking it and the empress, is there multiple? No, I think there's only the one. Yeah, there's only the one. She like flat out calls Carnephilia, whatever, Karn, I'll just call it Karn. She just like flat out calls her a fucking twat. She's like the worst. That empress is the worst, because of course she wants her son and her daughter to be like treated the best, because her son is the Prince Eanfred, the quote-unquote future terrible emperor that gets killed by Karn. But yeah, so she's so good at manipulating the situation to her favor, and even like manipulating the emperor into kind of like agreeing with her and like agreeing to these crazy terms, which is like, I'm this quote-unquote illegitimate daughter, but hey, why don't you like make my life better, because I'm gonna do all these things for you and I'm gonna be awesome at it and I'm gonna prove my worth. He's kind of like one of those guys where it's like, I don't really care about my kids as long as they're proving useful and showing their worth as an imperial, you know, child. He's one of those kind of emperors. So you don't like him, but you don't entirely hate him, because he's kind of like going with it. So yeah, it's a really good revenge story. Thus far, it's still going. We have 70 episodes out so far. Where are we at for the current? Let me go back. I'm on the official page here. Oh. Nope, I'm getting distracted. Oh, it's not showing. Start from the beginning. Oh, it doesn't show them all. I'm not logged in. I'm logged in on my phone, but I don't want to like whip out my phone. But yeah, there's about 70 chapters. I think we're past a time skip, I do believe. Yeah. Yeah. Because now she's like 15, I want to say. Around there. And she's definitely gotten herself into a good position in the imperial family. And when she was younger, when she was still the 8 or 10 or whatever year old, like one of the first things she did was convince the emperor to agree to the fact that she could fight for the throne, which is like huge. And she's certainly doing that. So if you like a good story of like revenge and kind of like the main character manipulating a situation to their goals, and especially a romance where you're like, oh, she she loves him, but she's trying to like step away and never let them meet. But of course they're gonna fucking meet. And where they're at in the story right now, they've not only met, but they're like kind of involved. Not romantically, but there's like political stuff going on. And it's not, I don't think Helis remembers the like past life, but he's doing some stuff where it's like, I think he's getting vibes. Maybe he has like a sense of what might have happened back then. But he doesn't know for sure. He doesn't have the memories, because there's some things he said where I'm like, okay, he doesn't have the memories, or at least I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he definitely has a vibe where it's like, I think he like looks at Karn and like feels stuff from the past. Like I think feelings are definitely carrying over. So that's an interesting little thing, and I'm excited to see their little romance blossom. But yeah, that is my rec for today. I'm gonna put this away. Put that away. I got my Jamie guide up. We're on chapter 6, fall competition. Okay. We'll go ahead and jump over to the gaming screen. All right. Oh, bumping into my mic here. Okay. So calibrate. Good to go. Oh, and thank you for the lurk, Kareen. I just saw that. Okay, so I got it up and going. Get the desktop audio on and bump this up to 20. Okay, those volume levels look good. Okay. Alrighty. Fall competition, let's go. Start. Inside the classroom, I fight past a swarm of students to search the pantry for chestnuts. Meanwhile, Jamie frantically searches the stoves and countertops. Undalarum. Did you find the chestnuts yet? We don't have much time. Bumping past the crowd, I scour through the last pantry, but there's no chestnuts in sight. How could they not be there? I swear I saw the shoppers bring them in with the rest of Leo's requested ingredients. We step aside for another group of students looking to use the pantry. This is bad. What are we going to tell Leo? The cooking competition is starting soon. I don't think he can change the menu or his menu last minute. We need to find them, or else, without warning, Geoffrey enters with a small student camera crew in tow. The cameraman zooms up to our faces. Oh, great. We're floundering and now we got cameras in our faces. That's awesome. Now here's a shot of the two lucky but not so lucky sous chefs to contestant Leo Walter. Just act natural, you two. We need some extra B-roll for the final cut. Now's not the time, Geoffrey. We're looking for a missing bag of chestnuts. Have you seen them around here by any chance? Geoffrey waves at the cameraman to move along to film another group of students to give us some space. Have you really looked everywhere? Yeah, have you looked up your ass? We've literally searched every corner. Just ask Moondalarum. Are you sure the production team bought them? Didn't you give them a list of ingredients? We saw the shoppers bring them with all the groceries this morning. Did we though? Did we? I don't remember what happened at the end of the last chapter. I'll just go with whatever Jamie says. But now we can't find them and the contest is almost starting. Do you think someone else took them by mistake? Or to sabotage him? I'm not gonna lie, that's the first thing I thought of. You think someone could be sabotaging Leo? I mean, he's kind of an asshole, so... You know. Hold up. I didn't say it's true, but you never know. This can be a wild competition after all. If that's the case, then I don't know what we're going to do. This contest hasn't even started and it's already getting to me. Once students start heading to the contest hall, Jamie returns to the pantry for another look. We hear him sigh under his breath as he checks each corner. Leo's been counting on us for days to make sure today goes smoothly for him. He's bound to flip out on us, all for a missing bag of chestnuts. Are you really sure you checked everywhere? Of course, why would we be joking right now? Imagine if this is all because some sour competitor swiped them. Yo, Jamie! Then what's this bag down there on the floor? Geoffrey Geoffrey draws our attention to a small unopened pouch on the floor behind the stools. Of course, it's just on the fucking floor. Where else would it be? Jamie bends down and snatches the chestnuts, holding them close to his chest. You found the chestnuts! Now I can breathe again. You really need to take a chill pill, Jamie. If I didn't know it any better, I'd assume you were the competitor, not that grouchy lion. He turns to me with a wink. Keep an eye on this one and make sure he doesn't freak out too much today. Okay, since you said so. Oh, whoops. He scurries off. Geoffrey scurries off to find the rest of his camera crew. I see Jamie's hand still shaking as he cradles the bag. Is he really going to be okay? How about we just go off to a closet and I can just, you know, get you to relax? Before I can ask, Jamie heads for the door. Do you mind if I head out first? I can run these over to Leo. No problem. See you in a second. As Jamie rushes to the contest hall, I double check the pantry one last time. After one final sweep, I head out towards the contest hall to arrive on time. As I race across campus, my phone goes off in my pocket. Is it Jamie or Leo? What's wrong? I see you. Oh, Tyler sees me? He's here? Are you really here? Why not turn around and see for yourself? Well, ain't that romantic? I slowly turn around. I suddenly see Tyler running towards me, waving both hands in the air. Hey, Moondalarum. Has the contest started already? You made it just in time. But I thought you said you couldn't come watch today. Mom let me off once she found out I wanted to come cheer you on. After all the times you've cheered for me during my soccer games, it's the least I could do. But I'm just assisting Leo for this contest, since only seniors can compete. Still, it's something major worth celebrating. It's good practice for next year when you have your chance to compete. Have the butterflies gotten to you yet? Is it that obvious? I've been trying to keep it together all day. I was worried when you told me you'd be competing. This doesn't look like your everyday baking fest. It seems like only yesterday when you first started here. Are you really sure you can handle today's contest? Do I have a choice at this point? Leo's counting on me for today. So I don't have another choice but to do my best. Exactly. Okay, an ad starting in about 50 seconds. I'm still surprised he asked me of all people. You've been working a lot with him lately. Doesn't he know a lot of other students he could ask to help him? Either way, Jamie seems nervous too. So I have to be ready for anything. Leo's been working really hard for this moment. And all this exposure is good for you in the long run anyway. I'll give him a pass just for today. What do you mean by pass? Are you gonna punish him? Anyway, you are gonna punish him. They got like some daddy kitten thing going on in the background. They don't think I noticed, but I do. I do. Anyway, I guess we should head out to the contest hall now. I'm surprised Leo hasn't come looking for you. He wishes, but he's doing the interview right now. We're almost there anyway. Heading inside, we find everyone setting up before an audience. Students are scrambling past each other and organizing their cooking stations. I see Jamie at her station, double-checking the bowls and pans while Leo talks to a floor reporter before a camera. This all looks really professional. Well, yeah, have you seen this fucking school? They put the money in. Are you sure you aren't sweating now, even just a little bit? Why are you pushing whether or not I'm nervous? It doesn't matter if I am. I got shit to do. Yeah, if you keep reminding me, I'll probably have a fucking panic attack in the middle of the floor. Hold it, Moondalarum. What's he doing here? I spin around to find Geoffrey holding a microphone in his arms and his gaze fixed on Tyler. Are you still fucking bitter about the whole elf ear thing? Or elf looking guy comment? It's not. Oh, we got an ad going. But really, I'm gonna rant about this for 2.5 minutes. Just like being called an elf looking guy is not an insult. I could not remember the word insult for a second there. But yeah, it's like, it's not an insult, so why are you so butthurt over it? I don't understand. Do you just really not like elves? I don't... That's such a weird thing. Fixed on Tyler. Do I go or do I stay? We got like 2 minutes left. Let me look at these chapters. This one looks about as long as the last one. Oh, the next chapter after this one, though, is a lot. And there's a new character? Hello? I need to stop reading ahead. I'm gonna get spoiled. I mean, not really. Just some screenshots and then, like, the choices. Doesn't tell me much. We got a minute and a half left. Sit here and jam for a second. Might as well adjust my posture here. Okay. Get my mic closer. And calibrate. Okay. I was thinking of making my model a little bit bigger on screen. Let's see. Is that too big? I'd have to scoot it over. I don't think that's too big. We'll try this. See how I feel about it. Got a few seconds left. 10 seconds. Oh, nope. Ad break's over. All right, good to go. All right, I'm here to cheer them on from the audience. The school asked for a local audience to come by and watch, remember? Yeah, I just didn't think I'd see you again so soon. You didn't happen to bring any snacks with you? My pockets aren't that deep? Bummer. The producer's been making me do double duty since our crew got short-staffed last minute. I could really use a snack right now. Well, you know, if you want a snack, I'm right here. I've been there. I wish there was something I could do to help. Wait, could I borrow you then? Tyler and I exchanged glances at each other. Did I hear Geoffrey right? Okay, so at least he's not butthurt over the whole elf thing still. Adjusting my headphones here. They're a little loose on my head. For some reason. Okay. You want to borrow me? The boy is literally going to take him to the back room and turn him into a snack. He hungry. Oop. I just punched the mic. Whoops. Yep, just for the afternoon. Damn, you're gonna go that long? Are you being serious right now? Why wouldn't I be? I told you we're short on hands, and you look like you can lift. Wouldn't the producer say something if I'm not a student? With how crazy backstage is anyway, I doubt they'll even take notice. I could really use another set of hands right now. I'm sure you could. And what do I get out of helping you? A chance to say you've worked with the best and brightest student at Lincoln. And I don't mean Leo. He thinks he's the only one with connections around here. Tyler turns to me in a daze. Should I go with Geoffrey then? I was coming here to support you after all, so I guess I'd still be doing that. As long as Geoffrey guarantees you won't get in trouble. Oh, that apostrophe is in a bit of a weird place. Apostrophe. That comma. I can't even fucking say what this is. Yeesh. There we go. Calibrate it again. Do I need to turn? Just a little bit. Forward. Okay, we'll try that. I'm like looking at my screen, but also at the corner of my eye, trying to see OBS up in the corner. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, okay. As long as Geoffrey guarantees should not be a comment there, you won't get in trouble. We'll be more than peachy, I promise. He'll still get to watch, but just from behind the scenes while sparing my soul from doing double duties. Not what I was expecting, but fair enough. You've got yourself a new hand, Geoffrey. Okay. Well, I was Team Tyler Leo, but maybe Team Tyler Geoffrey is a thing too. Thanks a bunch. Let me give you the 2-minute crash course before the show starts. See you on the floor, Moondalarum. Stay chill. Okay. I hope I don't regret this. We'll see. Good luck, Moondalarum, and send Leo my luck too. You'll do great. I got a new snap buzz. As I head backstage, I check my phone while rushing over to the cooking station. I suddenly noticed that I had missed a snap from someone. Oh, it better not be Leo. It's from Leo. Of course it is. Where are you? These ingredients won't prep themselves. Are those clams? And Brussels sprouts? Ugh. 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 I don't know if I mentioned this on stream before, but, oh, also. Themselves. I had a nightmare once of Brussels sprouts, and ever since then, I look at Brussels sprouts, I think of that nightmare that I had when I was like 10 years old or something. It's been a while. But I just look at the Brussels sprouts, I think of that nightmare, and I just can't. I can't. They nasty. Seeing his snap, I hurry over to the cooking station. The ingredients table has been prepared with fresh vegetables, meats, and spices for students to use. The rest of our special request ingredients are waiting for our stations, or at our stations. The tech crew tests the lights above us on the main stage, switching between color washes. From this view, I can see the seats already filled with audience members, except for the judges' table. Look who decided to finally show up. Leo returns from his interview with a glare. Of course he does. Jamie finishes washing his hands at the sink before shuffling towards me. We were wondering where you ran off to. It's time. The lights suddenly dim and an MC approaches the podium. Welcome to Lincoln Culinary Academy's annual fall competition. 10 senior student finalists are competing today to be crowned Lincoln's champion. They will showcase their 3-course meals that use required competition ingredients. Each student was also permitted to request a small list of specific ingredients based on their entries. Students will be judged on taste, use of technique, creativity, and presentation of their dishes. The top 3 winners will receive over $10,000 in scholarship prizes from our sponsors. Oh, I just want $10,000. I don't want scholarship prizes. I don't even know what that means. Like utensils and shit? I don't know. They're chefs after all, so I don't know. The grand prize winner will also receive a feature spotlight in Grub magazine. Who actually reads magazines these days? Like, for real. The judges take their seats one by one as the MC introduces them. The first judge is the owner of a local restaurant, and the second is the chef of a popular online cooking show. The third judge is an editor of a food magazine that Tyler's mom follows online. This is the closest I've ever come to meeting real celebrities. As the fourth judge approaches their seat, I notice Leo suddenly flinch. He backs against the station counter. I wonder who it is. His dad or something? Is something wrong, Leo? Our surprise judge has been internationally recognized in the fields of food technology and chemistry. We are pleased to welcome the department head of chemistry, Dr. Anna Wagner from MIT. Wow, Anna Wagner is here? I don't know who that is. It's a fake person. As the lights come back on, Leo's face is white as a sheet. Or sheet white. And now he's trembling? Do you know who she is, Leo? His sister? Leo ignores me, his gaze still fixed on the judge. Or his mom, maybe? She gives him a slight nod before turning back to the MC. Finally, Leo breaks his silence with a sigh. She's a friend of my parents. Okay. So not related. Jamie shoots a look at him. What? Are you serious? Did you know she was judging today? Not at all. It wouldn't have been ethical either for someone to tell me ahead either. I don't know her personally, but she leads several of the food tech courses at the university. I've been waiting to take a tour of their department for the longest time. Maybe you should make those plans for after the contest? As the MC wraps up the introductions, we take our positions at our stations. Why was he so freaked out by that, though? Is it like the implication that she knows his parents and is friends with them, so if he wins this competition, someone might be like, oh, but this judge is a friend of Leo's parents, so obviously he didn't win it by his own merit, is because, you know, nepotism. That's the only thing I can think of. Wraps up the introductions, we take our positions at our stations. Leo slowly returns to his spot as we wait for our signal. He doesn't look as confident as before. I wonder what's going on in his mind. Either that, or she's just like a bitch to him, and his parents have no idea. Maybe she like secretly berates him. Who knows? Would this story do that? If I wrote it, I probably would. But I didn't write this, so this doesn't seem like that heavy of a plot. Yeah. Stay focused no matter what. Now's the time to stay focused no matter what. Things are going to pick up once the contest starts. You don't need to remind me. I'm just trying to stay 3 steps ahead of everybody else. Now's not the time to underestimate yourself. You'll get through this. I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Ready to cook up a storm, chefs? The student chefs stand alert before their stations, ready for their cue. The camera crew awaits by the sidelines. I see Geoffrey and Tyler waiting among them, both brimming with anticipation. Tyler seems to blend in better than I thought. Chefs, on your mark. Get set. Go! At once, Leo wastes no time relaying directions to me and Jamie while he hustles around the cooking station. We've got 3 courses to make, so we have to finish them exactly like we practiced. Jamie, start the appetizer while I handle the main course prep. Sure thing, I'll get the Brussels sprouts with pancetta and chestnuts going. Ugh, Brussels sprouts. They were Brussels sprouts. Nasty. Great. While I prep the scallops for the main course, you can get started on the lemon bars for dessert. Moondale room? Okay. If this were actually me, that's exactly what I would want to work on. I can't cook or bake worth a damn, unless it's like Japanese curry. I'm pretty good at making that. But yeah, out of all these things, give me the lemon bars. On it. The 3 of us make our way around the stations, carefully avoiding bumping into other students and the camera crew. Leo runs straight into the seafood section to pick up his scallops. Jamie picks up Brussels sprouts and other vegetables before skimming through the herbs and spices. Following Leo's recipe, I select several fresh lemons and all the baking materials I need to make the bars. From the corner of my eye, I notice Leo examining a strange jar among the ingredients. He then looks over to the judge's podium. Jamie catches his attention with a nudge to his shoulder. Did you get everything? Oh? Yeah. I was just wondering if these dishes are going to be enough to impress the judges. Don't overthink this, Leo. You've already tested this recipe multiple times. There's not a lot of things you can change at this point. I guess you're right. Yeah, you're already in the competition. Don't go trying to do anything special. You're gonna fuck it up. Leo sets the jar down quickly and follows him back to the station. I return to my side of the station to start on the lemon bar crust. You know, lemon bars sound really good right now. I'm not even like a huge fan of them, but sometimes you just want something citrusy, and that sounds really good. Ugh, I could go for a lemon bar. I begin by sifting. They said the word. I begin by sifting all of the dry baking ingredients together in a bowl. Just like Leo had shown me during practice, I introduced the melted butter into the bowl and mixed the batter together. While patting my batter into the baking dish, I watched Leo set up the precision cooker in a large pot of water. Precision cooker. I don't know what that is. He then carefully sets up the timer and temperature. He seals the scallops. He seals? In an airtight bag and places them in the water. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Like steam cook them. How are the Brussels sprouts coming, Jamie? They're disgusting. They need to be burned. Burn them at the stake. Blech. We both turn to Jamie, or to find Jamie slicing the Brussels sprouts before a simmering pot of water. I'm about to start boiling them so I can get started on the pancetta. I'm pretty sure that's pancetta. Or pancetta? But as far as like food stuff goes, I think I've heard the word pancetta before. So I'm going with that. He quickly brings out a slab of pancetta and sets it on the cutting board. What is pancetta? Leo observes between the two of us at work in silence. Meanwhile, I press the dough into the baking pan, then place it in the preheated oven. In a matter of seconds, I'm already working on the lemon batter at the processor. Oh, processors are those like... Oh, maybe not. I was thinking of like those mixing machines. Yeah, I don't know what a processor is. I don't know what a lot of the shit is. Like I said, I'm not a chef. Leo stops by to check on me as I begin zesting lemons. Okay, that zesting, that's when you like shave off the skin part, right? So that you get like the oils. I think. Talking out of my ass here. Is everything looking good so far? He doesn't respond as he reviews his own recipe card for the lemon bars. Odd question, but have you ever used a siphon before? Yeah, those are those like, what the fuck would I call it? Other than a siphon. It's like the, I have no idea what to call it. Have you used a siphon before? Yeah, it's like a siphon, right? Those like basket kind of things that you like put like powdered sugar in or something, and you kind of like pat it to like dust stuff on top. I'm trying so hard here. I glanced up at him, confused. Do you even know what a culinary siphon is? I don't know. I struggled to think back to all we've reviewed together during our practice sessions. I glanced at the recipe card, but don't see a siphon mentioned anywhere. Am I missing something? Before he can say anything, Geoffrey and a camera crew pull up to our station. Behind the cameraman is Tyler holding the cord, trying his best to blend in. He shoots a painful grin at me, just as Leo does a double take. What the? Tyler? Oh, we got all three boys on screen. I mean, I can have Jamie over like on the side, but this is the main romance I'm paying attention to. Geoffrey pulls in, holding a microphone. And here we have Golden Boy Leo Walter and his team keeping their focuses airtight. Their kitchen is exploding with flavors already. Leo, how confident are you about impressing the judges today? Do you have a strategy coming into this contest? It's all about discipline and the journey we're taking them with our dishes. We're being precise with each ingredient to maximize each flavor. Geoffrey gestures at the cameraman to get a close-up Leo... Wait, to get a close-up Leo checking? To get a close-up of Leo checking on the scallops in the pot? Can you explain what's happening here for the folks back home? Why on earth are you cooking the scallops inside a plastic bag? Leo rubs his forehead, then resumes his cooking while the camera is rolling. Oh boy, the sous vide? Vide? Vide. Probably? The sous vide technique? I don't fucking know. I'm literally trying my best here. Cooks the scallops in their most optimal heat and temperature. Do I need to move a little bit? Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit. Yeah, that's better. This lets them cook evenly without drying them out or losing their flavor. Once they're done, you sear them in a pan to give them a nice outer texture. Scallops. Scallops. Okay, yeah. I was thinking of the fucking, like, clams that they showed in the picture, which I guess are scallops? But, like, the meat part inside, right? You, like, take that out, and that's the quote-unquote scallops? So, yeah, like, nice texture on the outside. You're just, like, frying the meat. I don't eat seafood. I don't like seafood, so I'm really trying hard here to understand this one. Tyler silently looks on, fascinated. That sounds impressive. For a second, you had me thinking that you'd gone nuts and made edible plastic. If only I had that kind of time, I would. I was joking. I don't know how I feel about eating plastic. If it was edible, I mean, I would try it. We're already all, like, jam-packed with microplastics anyway, so might as well become one with the plastic at this point. Then again, Leo is the same person who convinced me to try laboratory-grown meat once. Yeah, the mystery meat. Which I now highly recommend. Leo breathes hard through his nose as he retreats back to his work. Geoffrey guides the crew towards my side of the station, where I've started juicing lemons. A lot of lemons are being tossed around this kitchen, but no sign of any lemonade. What's up with that? Leo looks up from his cooking, ready to glare in his direction. At the sight of Tyler nearby, he hesitates, watching us closely. He has a thing with Tyler. I am putting my foot down on that. I will die on this hill. Why do we need lemonade? There's enough lemon juice going into this dish already. Well, you're the sous chef in this case, not me. But I was under the impression that you could never have too many lemons. Are you being serious, Geoffrey? You hate lemons. Glaring at Jamie, Geoffrey pulls away from the microphone. Shh! I'm trying to be more relatable. Jamie steps aside as Geoffrey approaches me once more. So I'm sure Leo's a fan of lemons. Maybe even his kindred spirits. I knew you were gonna go there. You know, sour-faced. Sourpusses. Leo shoves in between us with a hot plate. Could you pick up the pace on the batter, Moondalarum? I'm almost done here. Pouting, Geoffrey pulls away to let me keep working. While the cameraman captures some more B-roll of the station, Tyler trails behind with the cords tucked neatly in his arms. Hope everything is going okay, Moondalarum. Don't tell Geoffrey, but this gig is pretty awesome. Are you getting paid for it? Has anyone even noticed you yet? And Geoffrey jumps in between us. Nah, the producer thinks they both have the same food innovations class together. All the off-camera crew members are wearing casual clothes today to make things easier. But I think the producer is now having trouble recognizing people since they're not in their uniforms. I, for one, am happy I'm not dealing with all those wires. So uniform it is for me. And you should be thankful that I don't mind this line of work. So everybody wins. It sounds like all he's doing is like carrying the cord. So, I mean, yeah, sweet gig. You're just carrying a cord while you get like the backstage experience. Hope His Majesty hasn't been giving you a hard time, Moondalarum. I think I'll be fine as long as I keep up with him. It's hard thinking of anything else but that right now. It seems like you're off to a good start, though. Just remember to breathe. Maybe we should remind Jamie that, too. Maybe we should remind Jamie that, too? Remind Jamie of that, too? We suddenly notice Jamie almost running headfirst into the counter in search of a new pan. Oh, baby boy. Oh, boy. Leo is quick to help him recover back to his spot. We'll check back in with you three after I've gotten through the rest of the contestants. It's chaotic here, but I love it. You would love it, you chaos gremlin. See you in a bit, Moondalarum. Keep fighting. Fighting! Have fun, you two. Or have fun, you too. Once the crew leaves, I add the eggs and flour into the filling and start whisking till it becomes thick and frothy. Like me. No, I have no idea what that means. trying to make it into a euphemism for something, and I'm like, wait. If you're thick and frothy, see your doctor. Suddenly, I overhear Leo interrupting Jamie as they cook the pancetta together. But don't you think this dish could be a bit more exciting? Not during the competition. You figure that shit out beforehand. I still have to add the chestnuts when we mix everything together. There's going to be a lot of textures and color, just like you wrote in the recipe. Since we need to add lemon zest and juice, let's make some lemon foam instead. Then let's change up the plating to add it to the Brussels sprout. Wait, lemon foam? That's what he said, right? Lemon foam, yeah. Lemon foam to Brussels sprouts? I mean, I guess people add like lemon to like sauteed vegetables and stuff. But maybe I'm just biased because gross, Brussels sprouts, but but lemon foam? Huh. We could use nitrous oxide to make the foam. But don't we need something to make, or to help make the liquid consistent for foam? All we need to do is mix sugar, water, and this, whoa, agar? The katara powder, and let it chill? Then we mix in some egg whites and lemon juice. Other than the fact that I have no fucking clue what agar powder is. I'm actually gonna Google that real quick. What the fuck is that? Agar powder? What is that? Plant-based gelatin? That's what it seems to be. Yeah. What is agar powder? Good question. Also known as just agar, is a mix of carbohydrates extracted from seaweed, specifically red sea algae. It is vegetarian alternative to gelatin. Okay. So basically gelatin. Just veggie based, I guess. So a gelatin with, what was the rest of that? Egg whites make sense. I guess if you're gonna make like a foam and lemon juice. I don't know about like a gelatin with egg whites? Ugh. Okay, whatever. Leo zips off to the ingredients table and he's back in a flash with 2 small jars. That sounds great and all, but we didn't plan it out this way. What makes our current dish different from what the other competitors are doing right now? Shouldn't you have thought of this when you were designing these recipes? He's not wrong. Again, you don't experiment during the competition. That's shit you do beforehand. We don't have the luxury of changing things up last minute. Yes, because if something goes wrong, you're fucked. I'd feel better if we had practiced this beforehand, especially if you want me to use nitrous oxide. Yeah. Has Jamie even ever used that? So you don't think we should elevate these dishes? Not now. You can later, but not now. Leo, don't be a fool. I know you're freaking out just because one of the judges is a friend of your parents, and that freaks you out for some reason. But Jesus, ugh, you're making my eyeball itch. Looking at them now, they need to stand out more. Do they though? Do they? I'm hitting my mic. I'm sitting at more of an angle than I usually do. Ugh, I need to move this. Okay. And calibrate. All right, good to go. They need to stand out more. But you of all people hate doing anything last minute. Where's this coming from? Before I could turn back to my work, Leo catches my eye. He gestures at Jamie to follow him to inspect my progress. With a clean spoon, he tests the filling. Jamie stands back, suddenly filled with dread. Please tell me you won't make Moondalarum change this recipe too. Oh God. Not exactly, but I'm getting another idea. This guy. I'm gonna move a little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to not be like super in the way of like, yeah. This is like if I lean to my left. But if I sit up straight, yeah, we're good right here. Okay. Sprints off to the shelves by the freezer, then returns with an unfamiliar-looking canister. Oh god. Reading my confusion, he sets it beside my bowl. This is a culinary siphon. You really haven't used one before? This is my first time even seeing one. Leo tries not to lose his composure. A siphon uses gases. What? Uses gases? Oh, gases. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gases like not a nitrous oxide to pressurize liquids into foams and other. Okay, so it's not what I thought it was. What is it? A siphon. Siphon? A siphon is any wide variety of devices that involve the flow of liquids through tubes. In a narrow sense, the word refers particularly to a tube with an inverted U shape. Interesting. So... yeah, I mean, you're gonna give this to, like, someone who hasn't used, like, major equipment before and be like, okay, now use this. Okay. Leo, you're freaking out on me. You're being a dum-dum. Like nitrous oxide to pressurize liquids into foams and other textures. You can make whipped cream with it, but you can apply the same basics for other liquids with the right mixture. He then screws a small pill-shaped object on one end of the siphon. Huh? Then we can use this charge of nitrous oxide to do the trick. You're speaking gibberish to me, my dude. Do you think this will really work? There's a lot of ingredients in this filling that could throw it off. We could either try serving them an ordinary looking lemon bar or give them something new and fresh. This could be our holy grail, or our doom, our downfall. We could also test the lemon foam with soy lecithin. Leo, could you just stop for a second? With a sigh, Leo tries to scoot away from the view of the judge's podium. We don't have time to disagree right now. You're right, we don't, but what are you trying to do here? You've been hammering on us all this time to follow nothing but the recipe. So, what are you doing? I don't want to do this right now with all the cameras all around us. This is the last thing I need. The last thing any of us need is more stress than you're already putting us through. The three of us all fall silent as Jamie struggles to catch his breath. So, you don't want me as head chef to change something about my own dish if I could make it better? Not during the competition, when you should be the smart one who knows that you go by the recipe that you've already figured out for like weeks beforehand. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna strangle you. Yikes. Ay, ay, ay. So you don't want me as... yeah, whatever. Aren't you the one all about following your instincts? Yeah, but there's clearly more to this, and there's a time and a place for it, you know? But you'd rather go around turning everything to foam than be honest with us. It's because you wouldn't understand. Try us. Maybe we'll surprise you. Avoiding the cameras, he ushers us towards the fridge for a pretend group huddle. I didn't realize that Anna was going to be a surprise judge today. Yeah, that's obvious. So what of it? And I'm guessing you're afraid she'll tell your parents if she doesn't like your dishes? Not exactly. I don't think I've seen Leo this terrified before. I'm not worried about my parents. I'm more worried about what Anna will think if I don't try something different. But she's she's just one judge out of 4, Leo. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice. You keep saying you had a winning meal in your hands when you found out about the other 3 judges. You're just second-guessing yourself right now. Moon Dalarum and I shouldn't let you feed into that fear, or feed into the fear. We should be getting you past it. But that's not what's on my mind now. I couldn't care less what the other 3 judges think compared to what she says. Are you hearing yourself right now? What do you think, Moon Dalarum? Or do you agree with him too? I totally agree with him. Oh boy, it wants me to pick that? Really? I don't want to pick that. I don't want to pick that. Ay, ay, ay. I want to say we should have planned this. It wants me to say it's worth the risk. I don't think it's worth the risk. Okay, that's what the guide says, but I don't think Jamie's gonna like that. I don't want to pick this. I really don't. Leo's gonna like it, but I don't care what Leo likes. But I'm thinking like down the line, what if we don't do the risk? And then we get like judged poorly. And then everybody hates it. And then Jamie will never talk to me again. I don't know. Fine. Well, at least Jamie didn't hate that. I agree with Jamie about our lack of time, but this could be worth the risk in the end. But what if he changes his mind again in the next hour? We're going to end up doing more work for less results. This is why he should have brought it up sooner, not hours before the deadline. I totally agree with you, Jamie. You're right, but I can tell there's something he really wants to try with these new ideas. But Moon Dalarum, you don't even know how to use a siphon. I mean, I guess I can learn? Someone pull up YouTube on their phone. Leo, are you really going to make Moon Dalarum learn how to at the last minute? Wow. I'm a fast learner, but what's important is whether we agree to change our plan or not. Moon Dalarum's right. Are you both in or out with this plan? That's not the real question. We kind of don't have a choice in the matter. You're still going to do whatever you want regardless of what I think. Yeah. But I guess you don't care about putting us through more stress. If I knew you were going to be this way, then I wouldn't have asked for your help. At once, Jamie pulls away from our circle, refusing to look at either of us. Oh god, he's gonna hate me. Then let's do whatever you want. It's your entry, after all. The boys are fighting. Leo gives a sigh as he returns to the spot of scallops without a second thought. Now that that's settled, can you finish? Without a word, Jamie walks straight out of the hall. One of the cameramen tries to film Jamie as he heads to the door, but they're too late. Did he just fucking leave? Several members in the audience gasp in confusion. What's happening in Chef Leo's station? Geoffrey and Tyler hustle towards us without the cameraman. What happened to Jamie? Did he leave to go hurl? Ugh. Gotta hope not. He turns to Leo, who barely gives him a shrug before resuming his cooking. You're kind of a terrible leader, Leo. I know there's this, like, cliche of, like, genius chefs who are terrible at, like, leading people in the kitchen in the way that they make people feel like shit. They might get the, like, best results ever, but, you know, all the sous chefs are, like, dying inside. You're really living up to that cliche there, Leo. I don't know what's going on with him. You know exactly what's going on with him. Did something happen? Leo remains silent while pulling his scallops out of the pot. They're disagreeing on some things, and Jamie's been a wreck for days already. Maybe the anxiety is getting to him? Shouldn't we at least check on him, Leo? I would, but I'm not really sure if he wants to look at me right now. I guess I'll go do it, and I can, like, you know, give him some smooches, make him feel better. How about you, Moon Dalarum? I will go. It wants me to say he needs a space right now? No, I want to go talk to him. Is this really a Jamie guide? I feel like I'm being bamboozled. I want to say I'm going to go talk to him. I can always redo this chapter. I don't want to get behind more than we already are, but he probably does need someone right now. I should go talk to him. Is His Majesty going to throw a fit about it if you do? To my surprise, Leo doesn't stop me as I set the bowl aside. I can handle it handle it here if you need a few minutes with him. But you don't have to force him to come back if he doesn't want to. Are you sure about that? I'm not going to make him finish his competition if he can't handle it. You're such a caring friend. Maybe he can handle it, but he just needs to vent. I really hope he isn't hurling outside. Me too. Because as much as I love somebody, I am not dealing with that. Nope, nope, nope. I hear Leo sighing under his breath while pulling the scallops out of the bag. Just make it quick if you plan on coming back, Moondalarum. I'll be right back then. I quickly toss my apron aside and zip out to find Jamie. It doesn't take long before I spot him huddled near a building. He looks so lost. They really wanted me not to talk to him in this guide? What the fuck? Did I actually get a Leo guide? I make my way towards him, watching as he stares into the distance. Jamie, are you okay? He jumps in surprise. What are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be helping Leo right now? He'll be fine without me for a few minutes. I wanted to see how you were doing. I'll get over everything eventually. I'm just sorry you had to be in the middle of our argument earlier. We basically pushed you to take sides. You made some valid points, as if it matters now. I know this contest means a lot to him, but he didn't seem to care if he was putting more stress on us. Doesn't he realize that this contest is already stressful as it is? It's been eating at me for days. Did you ever tell all this to Leo before today? I wanted to, but I was so honored he picked me. I thought he was going to choose Finn or another friend for his contest. To be honest, Leo and I didn't really hang out as much before you came along. I didn't realize that. We come from such different backgrounds, sometimes it's hard to relate to each other. For a second, I thought he was finally looking at me as an equal. But my anxiety is getting to me right now. I guess I shouldn't be angry if he wants to do things his way. You objected because you were worried about him. He should still understand that. Maybe so, but me storming off isn't a good look for either of us. Everyone probably thinks I won't be able to handle competing as a head chef next year. Maybe I've really blown it for the both of us. Oh, it looks like maybe even if I had said he needs a space right now, I would have still wound up going outside. Because now I could say, you can take care of yourself first. You should take care of yourself first. There's nothing wrong with being nervous before a big competition. But you need to overcome your stress before trying to help him. You're right. I probably made things worse by not sleeping and eating much lately. Yeah, probably. There's also breathing exercises you could try. More importantly, you can tell us when you need support. And if Leo doesn't respect that, then you have the right to leave. But I'm not good at confronting people. Neither am I, Jamie. Neither am I. Despite the fact that I work in security. It's a bit of a conundrum how I wound up in this career path. I tend to hold back if it'll help the rest of the team, except I couldn't today. Because putting your health in jeopardy like this isn't good either. You can't take on other people's stress if you haven't taken care of yourself. I just don't know how someone like Leo could be so resilient to stress. Are you kidding me? He was like freaking out back there. He didn't look like it, but he was. What I would give to be someone like him sometimes. I think he's realizing he can't handle as much stress as he thinks. But he can improve with time. And so can you once you start taking care of yourself. I wasn't so convinced earlier, but now that you've mentioned it. He takes a long, deep breath, then an even longer exhale. After a few more breaths, I notice him starting to relax. Leo really must be having a hard time trying to impress everyone. Both of us are afraid of failing. Maybe at least there's something we can both agree on. It sounds like you understand why he's willing to take risks. At this point, I can probably help as much as I can handle. I can probably help him as much as I can handle. I'm sure he'd approve or appreciate whatever you could do as long as it doesn't hurt you. I should say the same for you too. I'm worried if the stress is too much on you too. That's why I didn't want Leo to make you do more work. We'll be fine if we work together. I hope for that too. So let's go back to the contest. He takes a deep breath before looking towards the direction of the competition. I can tell he's still anxious, but he's doing his best to be brave. Together we head back to the contest hall. Entering the hall, we're flooded by lights and sound as the MC's voice blares across the stage. It looks like Chef Leo's sous chefs have returned from their breaks. But will they have time to finish? Leo stops in his tracks at the stove as we return to the station. So, are you both here to stay or are you leaving for good? I'm not leaving you now, Leo, but before I go back to work, I have something to say. Reading Jamie's expression, Leo gives in with a sigh. Go ahead then. God, the way his face just went like full bitch face. He's like, oh God, okay, here we go. Jamie takes in a deep breath. I didn't mean to storm out like that earlier, but I needed time to calm down. So, have you calmed down now? I'm feeling a lot better now thanks to Moon Dalarum. And no thanks to you. Leo looks at me, yet Jamie jumps in. I just couldn't understand why you wanted to make things harder on us. But it's not my intention to make things harder on you. I know it's not easy to change things last minute. This contest was going to be stressful no matter what. No chef here could finish if their team dropped out on them. So, do you understand, or you do understand where I'm coming from? I do, but I hope you understand where I'm coming from too. I do, but are you really okay with everything I've said? I'm also not here to serve as subpar dish either. So do you think you can make up for the lost time? I'll take you up on that challenge. Hand me back my apron. Once he ties his apron on, Jamie returns to the stove, where Leo has been tending to multiple dishes at once. I return to my spot to inspect the crust cooling on the tray. Jamie looks over Leo's progress on the Brussels sprouts, then at my dessert. So, are you really sure about this plan of yours? Lemon foam all the way? All the way. So real talk, why bring this up now? You had days to say something. I thought you came back here to work. Jamie crosses his arms and gives him a look. You can at least explain yourself if I'm gonna go with your fucking crazy plan. Yeah, exactly. I'm going along with your plan, but what's really going on? Is it really too much to ask for you to just go with the flow with this? All I want is to show the best possible dish I can. And you think this is the way to win? I don't know if it is, but I guess I'll find out if my instincts were right once we try. This is still totally not something I would have expected from you. If it makes you feel better, you could berate me all you want after the contest if we lose. Jamie's hand almost slips off the pan and turns to him, elated. You'd really let me do that? I get to be a bitch to you? Sweet. You better not try sabotaging me now. Relax, I don't play that way. But I do. I'm gonna fuck up the lemon bars. Ooh, look, welcome back, Bacardi. But I'll take you up on your offer if you do lose fair and square. Nice to know your faith in me hasn't waned. Dance emote. Hell yeah. Now it's time for less talking and more cooking. The three of us begin dividing up the rest of our tasks to make up for lost time. I fill the siphon with the rest of the lemon bars, or lemon filling, and add a charge of nitrous oxide. I don't know what that means. A charge? Is it like electricity? What the fuck? A charge of nitrous oxide. What does that mean? Wait, nitrous oxide is the laughing gas? You're putting that in your food? What the fuck are these boys doing? Okay, whatever. Still don't know what a charge is. From the corner of my eye, I spot Leo pulling away from the stove to watch. Make sure that you filled the pan evenly. Once it's ready, you can put it in the oven to bake. Then we have to refrigerate it. What kind of texture do you think it will have when it's done? I'm not sure, honestly, but we only have one shot at this. After shaking the siphon, I hold it steady and pour the whipped lemon filling over the crust. This is already looking eons better than the old recipe. As the time ticks on, we're suddenly interrupted by the MC's voice blaring across the hall. I'm looking over at Chef Leon's station. There seems to be some interesting dishes on their way to the oven. Let's have our floor reporter take a closer look. Leo holds back a groan as Geoffrey arrives with his crew in tow. Tyler looks ready to ask a lot of questions, but keeps silent. So I take it that things are all fine and dandy again? Is that really professional to ask? Not really. But for the audience's sake, we switched our direction for some of our dishes. What? Did you finally lose your marbles, Leo? Not quite yet, but apparently turning food into foam keeps him sane now. I'm sure everybody's going to love hearing this. To everyone's surprise, he turns the microphone over to me. Tell us, Moondalarum, has Leo Walter finally lost his marbles? Yes. He's a mad scientist now. He finally gets to be a mad scientist for a day. He suggests siphons to create foam and whipped textures using nitrous oxide. The cameraman gets a close-up of the whipped lemon filling cooling in the refrigerator. That's a really cool technique. It's weird, but I like it. Just like me. I could get used to mad scientist Leo if he cuts me a break every now and then. Leo doesn't look up from his garnishing. Mad scientist or not, I still won't if you get on my bad side. Geoffrey waves his microphone at him. Good luck then, Lemon Prince. Oh god. As soon as the camera crew leaves, Jamie casts a glance at the both of us. Have you ever noticed how many nicknames Geoffrey has for you? At some point, I assumed it was better than him using my real name. He glances at the clock. We need to hurry. Can you and Moondalarum start plating the Brussels sprouts? Blech, Brussels sprouts. I'm still working on the scallops. Blech, scallops. I speed over to Jamie's corner with a stack of clean plates and the siphon. Jamie checks the charge before pouring a lemon juice concoction into the chamber. A charge? What are you guys doing? This isn't fucking cooking, this is chemistry. I added eggs, water, and soy lecithin? 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 I have no idea what that word is. Like Leo suggested, so it comes out like space foam? He takes a deep breath as he takes aim to the plate and holds down the handle. Okay, this I think I know? Or maybe not. Nope, still don't know what the hell they're doing. A yellow frothy foam bubbles out in a tuft besides the Brussels sprouts and the pancetta. I don't know about this. It looks like a mix of soap and cotton candy. Ugh. If only we could touch it. He drags another tuft of foam along the perimeter of the plate. One by one, I finish each plate off with a sprinkle of chestnuts. We got Brussels sprouts, we got scallops, we got lemon bars, or lemon foam, and now chestnuts. Okay, sure. These are all things I don't like. The foam looks perfectly airy. Wait, did I miss a line? Leo comes in for a quick inspection between plating the scallops. Trying to get the same consistency as the others, but make it quick. We still need to finish the lemon dessert. In a matter of minutes, the three of us finished plating the appetizers and main courses against the clock. Several of the other chefs are just about ready to finish. As soon as our timer goes off, we rush to take out the lemon dessert out of the refrigerator. Holding our breaths, the three of us look down at the final result. Do you think it worked? Brandishing a knife, Leo cuts a sliver along the edge and inspects it. The lemon filling is no longer a liquid, but a yellow sponge-like bread over a golden crust. Huh. He cuts off a piece for each of us to try, and we take a bite at the same time. Taking a bite, the airy taste of lemon melts into my mouth. Okay, the only thing that sounds good about anything that they've been making thus far is the lemon bars. And I would die for one of them right now. Sounds really good. Taking a bite, the airy taste of the lemon melts into my mouth. Leo? I think I owe you an apology. To our surprise, Leo holds back a swallow. He holds back a swallow? Alright. Do you now? I think I just ate the tastiest sponge in existence. The crust gives it a nice balance of soft and crunchy textures too. I think it still needs something. Can you plate these first? Before we can say anything, he sprints off to get more ingredients. Jamie and I take turns cutting and plating the pastry into precise cubes. Leo returns with an armful of strawberries and heads straight for the sink. He hurries to prepare a bowl of strawberries with milk, sugar, and water in a blender. Strawberries with milk, sugar, and water in a blender. Are you making like a smoothie? Find me another nitrous oxide charge, Moondalarum. Sure, if I knew what the fuck that was. At the sound of my name being called, I sprint to the shelves. I set the charger next to the siphon before helping Jamie embellish the plate with lemon zest. Still don't know what that means. How's it coming, Leo? We've only got a few minutes. Leo charges it with the siphon in his hands. Charges it like a phone? What does that mean? After a good shake, he releases a tuft of vibrant strawberry foam onto the plate. Jamie and I check the results, or check the rest of the dishes while Leo adds the finishing touches to the dessert. 3, 2, 1. That's time. The three of us put our hands in the air as the alarm goes off. I can't believe we actually finished in time. I don't know how we did it, but we survived. Leo lets out a huge breath, yet he still seems nervous as he looks to the judge's table. Now comes the moment of truth. Oh, here we go. After sending our plates to the judges, we patiently wait at our stations until they finish their deliberation. Geoffrey and Tyler flock between students for extra interviews and B-roll. Every time they try coming to our station, Leo gives them the stink eye. Oh, I got another snap buzz. Suddenly, my phone vibrates in my pocket. I should take it before anyone notices. Jamie. I'm sweating. How are you so calm? Teach me your ways, senpai. Are you going to be okay, Jamie? Maybe you should have some water while we wait. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Thanks for the advice. I'm gonna move just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, shit. Nope, right there. There we go. Okay. While Jamie tries to relax with a glass of water, I notice Leo's still fixed on the judges. It's just about time. I couldn't watch when they tried the dessert. I haven't seen you this nervous before, Leo. What happened to your whatever happens, happens motto? Still, those plates are still a part of my reputation. I still can't believe I sent the strawberry and lemon foam out. We noticed the judges reconvening at the table once more as the EMC returns. EMC? The MC returns. The results are now in. The judges were impressed with your creativity, skill, and innovation. But only 3 of you will be taking this year's top prizes. I noticed Leo and Jamie's faces drop as the judges prepare to announce the winners. My heart's pounding so fast. An ad's about to start, so I think I'll just kind of hang on to this. And after 3 minutes, we can see who won! Ad starting soon.
Good boy.
Oh, thank you. Okay, are the ads starting soon, or is this a juke? Sometimes the ad manager is a bit of a mystery. And Saribot hasn't said that an ad's starting yet. You could barely hear it over the music of this thing. Oh, no, here it goes. Okay, ads are now in progress. Or are they? It says ads in progress. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, they're going. I wonder who will win. I really like that little trend that's going on right now on Twitter, where people are using the plus yeah images to like say like yes or a good post or whatever. I actually commissioned a plus yeah image on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. You have it? It's do I have? Let me real quick while the ad's going. Well, it's not showing. Hello? Oh, that's why. There we go. Make it smaller. Yeah. This is my guide right now for this. But on Twitter, we open Twitter. For instance, I just saw one. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? I'll just open my commission one. I'm doing a commission. Is it? Nope. It's, yeah, these. This like plush, yeah. I just commissioned this artist to do a plush, yeah one, but with like this base. Because I thought that matched me like very well. Plus it was just a very cute base and style, so I'm excited. Back to my guide and get rid of this. Yeah. 30 seconds left of the ad. But yeah, I'm excited. And then I could post that on every fucking post until people get sick of me. Because you give me a new toy to play with and I'm just gonna like run that shit into the ground. We got seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, actually, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, we're back. Alright. In third place, this chef impressed the judges with... The third place winner's name and photo are revealed on the screen. Isn't he the guy you always study with, Leo? I guess he did a good job. Leo struggles not to lose his composure as he applauds. In second place, this chef surprised the judges with his variety of techniques and clever use of culinary technology. Ooh, that sounds like us. Is he talking about who I think it is? He managed to create a unique meal with the use of culinary technology. Yep, here we go. We are second place. Well, dang it. Well, who the hell got first place then? Using precision cookers, immersion blenders, vacuum sealers, and a little dose of nitrous oxide. I see Jamie already beaming in Leo's direction, but Leo is too stunned to move. The second place winner of Lincoln Culinary's Academy's fall competition is Chef Leo Walter. The applause fills the hall as Leo finally moves to accept his award. Returning from the podium, he turns to me and Jamie and weakly holds up his award. I guess they really liked the foam. I'm guessing they liked much more than that. Despite all the stress, you deserve this win. Thanks for the help. You were a nervous wreck, but a surprisingly decent sous chef. Leo's gaze drifts to mine. I couldn't have done without you too, Moondalarum. I knew you could do it. Congratulations, Leo. Once first place is called, who we apparently don't give two shits about, the audience, judges, and contestants mingle on stage to congratulate each other. Tyler is the first to rush over to us, unsure of who to congratulate first. That was great. Congratulations on the win, Leo. You had Geoffrey scared for a while that you weren't going to win. He was crying over some bet he made that you'd win. But I didn't win first place, so did he lose? Geoffrey worms his way through the crowd to join us. Nope, I still got some gummy bears and ice cream for... Gummy bears and ice cream. Geoffrey, you are a child. I promised Tyler he could take some back with him if he brings me back cake from his cafe next time. And we got some entertainment company's business cards too. They said we were the best reporting crew of the bunch. So I guess you're both best friends now? Relax, Jamie. I can never replace you unless you decide to replace me with Leo now that you're both winners and all. Nope, you can have him. What? You're just full of surprises today. But I thought you'd be more upset about not winning first place. Considering how we almost didn't finish, second place is pretty respectable. I see Leo's attention drift over to the podium, where the judges are congratulating other contestants. From a distance, I see Anna look towards us and give Leo a smile. He replies with a bow. Are you going to go talk to her? I think I need some time. I wonder if they'll give us a copy of the judges' notes. You probably lost some points on taste for the sake of texture. But do you think the risk was worth it? I'm only going to say this once, so don't bring it up again. After all, the risk was worth it. I don't think I'd be feeling the same way if I hadn't made that foam. Hooray for the space foam! Okay. The true MVP of the day. Jamie, can you please get Geoffrey to stop calling my creation space foam? Why doesn't Tyler make him stop? Why me? I don't even go here. Legit. Leo ignores the comment and admires his award instead. We all then head off to congratulate the other winners as the event draws to a close and the celebration begins. To be continued. Okay, I was going to do 2 chapters today. However, looking at the guide, chapter 7 is a long one. Lordy, so is chapter 8. Okay, well. Yeah, it's almost midnight, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to change that. Change by category to pocket watch. Oh, not pocket watch. Did I put pocket watch in the title? I did. I'm a fucking idiot. It's pocket mirror. No wonder I couldn't find the tag earlier. Pocket mirror. Golden Eardrum. There it is. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Pocket mirror. Oh, there it is. Okay. Close this. I know it's already saved, but I'm just doing it again just in case. Yes. Settings. Exit game. Yes. Okay.